Hello again, Chiefs. So before we start covering the June qualifiers, let's remember everything good, bad and funny about the qualifiers in May. First, the Tournament Hub. It must be said that the Hub and the Esports tab are a great addition to in-game Clash. It will bring in more players to compete and watch, which is a good thing for all of us. But it seemed like the whole thing was not yet ready to go and it often lagged and malfunctioned. So many people had issues and did not know what to do that the first round was nullified and repeated. That led to some clans that won their first war fair and square to lose a repeat war and get eliminated. The whole world server was full with noobs who did not yet know they were actually bad at the game. People who thought they could win some money but they didn't do a friendly war since they were Town Hall 12, 11 or even Town Hall 9. Hey, GG to Laz for succeeding to convince his wife he actually had a shot at the prize money. Good luck next time, bro. I mean, many of these people didn't even consider they shouldn't spin random wars in the 2 days before the tournament. So yeah, the admins really had a nice time with all of them, but it is a price we have to pay for expanding the world's player base. Then between round 1 and 2 we had repeated 30-minute delays and people even wondered if it will all finish by the time day 2 was supposed to start. But as many noob teams were kicked out and the whole thing got rolling, we eventually got to day 2 when the surviving teams were joined by the top 64 teams from the Clan War Leagues. And when you see that day 2 bracket come out, this is the first time you can really start speculating which teams will end up in top 8 and which 6 of them will then go to the qualifier. Round of 128 immediately saw some top teams like Queenwalkers get eliminated, and then in round of 64 we saw even more great teams knocked out. In round of 32 we actually had 2 of the best teams in the world go even on both stars and percent, and then the average time of the attacks deciding the war. A lot of other top teams were crushing bases in their path, and some North American clans like Coastal Clash had great rounds too. Then we got to the top 8, and this is sort of a benchmark because we now shift to a double elimination tournament and every team can now afford one loss and still qualify. After it was all done, Absolute Zero and Mega Empire were the 2 clans to miss out, while the other 6 went into the qualifier event. And this is how the bracket for the qualifier looked like, with Space Station and MCES taking the top seeds and having a bye in the first round. And this is how I predicted the whole tournament to pan out. During day 1 a lot of my predictions turned out bad, but by the end of day 2 the most important things turned out to be right. Day 1 ended with Method to Madness and the tank being knocked out, and this was how the bracket was looking going into day 2. But then something curious happened. It was revealed that Marcus Gaming, an Indian clan which was doing well, particularly on defense, had one of their players lose Wi-Fi during an attack. That was not important for the result of the attack, but it also meant that his fair play monitoring camera disconnected, and they were disqualified from the tournament. So now the day 2 bracket looked like this, with just 3 clans going into the final day because Method to Madness actually refused to take advantage of the DQ and gain Marcus Gaming's place. We saw that Space Station are a really great clan, but they still have some work to do to reach the level of ATN and MCES, and now it was down to just 2. ATN was really on top of the anti-2 meta in May, having the best string bases and most experience attacking them. They cut through the French defenses, with Leonade playing like a machine in his last few wars for the team and Ast being perfect all the way through the month. MCES tried to beat the rings with Super Witches, but that failed, so they got the silver ticket, while ATN won the golden ticket and the direct qualification to the 2021 World Championships. And that is all from last month. Thanks for watching, good luck to everyone in the June qualifiers, keep checking the Twitter for some pre-qualifier day 2 memes, and subscribe here for some fun and sometimes even educational stuff. See ya, Chiefs!